everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Books with Natasa. And today I'm gonna do another book recommendations video for you guys. And just without any further ado, let's just get straight into the list of books. Please excuse my voice, I'm still a bit sick, and that is one of the reasons why I didn't put on any makeup today. So excuse me if I'm looking a little bit pale. It's just I have I don't have a natural lighting at the moment because the sun is already setting, so this just makes me look extra pale, so I'm really sorry about that. The trope for today's video, as you have probably guessed from the title, is fake dating, and this is one of my all-time favorite tropes. I love it so much, especially when it's done really well, like most of these books here. And yeah, the first book on this list is The Honeymooners by Christina Lauren. This is the only book by her that I have read so far, and I have given it 5 stars. I have read it I think 2 or 3 times. I really do love it. It's a perfect summer read, and when you need like a pick-me-up, this is a really good book. This book follows Olive and Ethan, who their Olive's sister and Ethan's brother are getting married, and they are the best man and the maid of honor. So when the whole wedding party gets food poisoning, the bride and groom don't want the trip to Hawaii to go to waste, so they give their trip to Olive and Ethan, and they go disguised as the married couple. And twist, Ethan and Olive hate each other. So there has been a misunderstanding between them that has led to all this hate to fester between them. But now they have a whole week to spend in Hawaii in the same hotel room, which is like a suite. So they have to talk to each other, see each other, and hopefully that misunderstanding will clear up. But yeah, and this is fake dating because they need to portray the married couple to the hotel there, and there is also some acquaintances of Olive that have that she introduced Ethan as her husband. So there is that, and it's like a whole situation. So it's super fun read, and I hope you guys will give it a try. Next, we have The Deal by Elle Kenneth. This is the book 1 in the Off-Campus series, and this follows Hannah Wells and Garrett Graham, I believe. His last name is, I'm not sure. But Hannah is a straight-A student studying music, and Garrett is a hockey player, but that actually has good grades. But there is this class that he needs to get a better grade during finals, or else he will be benched from hockey. So he asks Hannah for a favor to tutor him in order to get an A on this class. She agrees to help him because she needs a favor from him, and that is to help make this other guy jealous when they are hanging out, so he will notice her because she really likes him. So they start their friends situation going on, then it turns to friends with benefits, and then we have the most incredible couple ever. They are indeed soulmates. No one can tell me otherwise. These two characters are perfect for one another. This book is just super fun, light, and even though it deals with heavy topics like I think it was sexual assault, but I'm not sure. But yeah, the author does a really good job to keep the book light and fun, but also really dive into all these dark topics, and does an incredible job. So yeah, this whole series is incredible, but book one is an excellent start, and I hope you guys will give it a chance. Next, we have Redeem, which is book number 4 in the Dirty Harry series by Lauren Asher, and this book is following Chloe and Santiago. Santiago is the brother of Maya, who we meet in book 1, and we finally get to see his story because I really did like his character, and I was wondering what his book would be about. So yeah, basically we see in the beginning of the book Santiago get into a car accident, and he's hurt pretty badly, and he loses his leg from the knee down. So fast forward a few years later, he is super depressed, lives in a super dark place, and he has really pushed away all his family and friends, and he just prefers to live alone in a secluded place. And that's where Chloe literally falls from the sky, and they meet, and it's incredible. I loved how in this one we don't really got the pushback in the relationship that we get from most male characters in books, and like I can be with you and all of that. I really don't like that. But in this one, we see Santiago have a moment of hesitation because of his leg, but never about Chloe. He really does like her, and he sees her really seriously from the first moment he sees her. And Chloe just really helps Santiago accept the fact that he is still perfect without his leg and still is able to race and do his job without his leg, and I really do love that. Also, I really like how she helps him get back in touch with his family, Maya and Noah, who we see a lot of romance in this book, and I just really like also and the fake dating regarding this book is because Santiago introduces Chloe as his girlfriend to his family, basically, because they catch them together alone in an apartment in a weird situation, so that was the easiest way to explain it. Then Chloe is there in search for her birth father, who thinks is the neighbor of Santiago. So Chloe starts working in this cafe for him, and introduce Santiago again as her boyfriend. So they have this dinner, and we see them try and get to know her birth father, so she can be sure it's the right thing to do when she comes clean, and that is because she doesn't want to for him to freak out and send her away. Next we have Luna and the Life of Maria Zapata, and this book follows Luna and Ripley, otherwise known as Rip, and they work in auto repair companies that they paint cars basically and fix them. Ripley is basically Luna's boss, and they have he is indebted to her because she did him a favor, but she doesn't really want to collect on that debt. So we go a bit back and forth in this book between them because he wants her to ask for a favor, and she doesn't want to ask for a favor. But then we see them become closer due to the fact that they need to act as a couple in order for her to be protected from her family. I want to be clear that there is not fake dating in the entirety of the book, just a few scenes in this one, because the trope in this one is workplace romance and age gap. It's not really a fake dating book. I really wanted to clarify that. Next we have Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas, and this one is following Aaron and Catalina, and this is one of my favorite books. And this one is half fake dating, half workplace romance, and it's slow burn, and I'm so here for that. And many of you know what this book is about already, but I will give you like a little bit of cliff notes. Catalina needs to go to Spain, I believe, for her sister's wedding. But she recently, a few years back, broke up with her boyfriend, and now he's engaged and he will be there. She doesn't want to go solo because her family will comment on that, and she feels like it's the end of the world. So she is in search for someone to act like her boyfriend and go to her wedding, to the wedding with her. Aaron surprises us all and volunteers for the job. And that is super weird because they hate each other. But after a while, she accepts because there is basically no one else to help her. So they go to Spain and they act like this incredible couple, and they begin to realize that they have feelings for one another and they act on them. And then when they go back to New York, I believe, they continue to date. But there are some stuff that happen, and they put a pause on the relationship because of some stuff that happened to Catalina in the past. She has a sort of trauma, so to speak, and that will put a damper on the relationship for a bit, but it all turns out really good. I'm really sorry. And my only complaint for this book is the ending. I really felt like it was left too open for my taste. I would prefer if we got at least a proposal, or maybe a wedding, or even them living together. I would have liked it, but we didn't get any of that. We got like a no open proposal situation. So yeah, the last book on this list, I'm pretty guess you can guess, and that is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. And this is one of my all-time favorite books. I'm really sorry, the tractor just decided to pass by here and I hate it when that happens, but yeah. This is an fake dating 8-cup workplace romance and one of my favorite books ever. This one is following Adam and Olive. Adam is a professor and Olive is a graduate student, not his student. And she is working on her experiments basically. And she went on a date with a guy a while back, and it was fun, but they decided to stay friends because she didn't feel like any chemistry between them, and that is fine. But her friend that really likes the guy is sure that Olive really likes him, so doesn't make a move. So Olive, to persuade her friend that she really does not have feelings, she said that she has a date. But then her friend, she has a date, but she went to work that night. So her friend passed by and sees her, so she panics and kisses the first guy that she sees. And that guy is Professor Adam. And that's where our story begins, basically. And Adam makes a proposition for Olive to start fake dating because he needs to access his grant, but the school won't let him do it because he's a flight risk. That meaning that they think that he's planning on moving to another university because he doesn't have a house, boat, or a girlfriend or anything to tie him there. So if he has a girlfriend, they may reconsider, maybe or maybe not. So he wants to to do this so they can reconsider and be able to access his funds again. So they start this fake dating relationship, and her friend, Olive's friend, makes them do the most amazing, preposterous things that makes us scream while reading this book, and I'm so grateful for her. Also, we find out at the end something really incredible about Adam, and that makes me love him even more. The only complaint that I have of this book is, again, the ending was left too open for my taste. Yes, we got a bit fast forward a few months later, but that was like, it wasn't my favorite. I would prefer if we got a proposal or them living together or something like that, but we didn't get anything. but still this book is amazing. 5 out of 5 stars. I have reread it so many times I have lost count. You guys definitely need to try it. So that's it for my video. I had so much fun talking about this trope. And many books on this list have already talked about for a few other recommendations videos, so I'm sorry about that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and stick around, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.
君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は充実するのもっと噂の Dreaming が忘れないででも気持ちは伝えてしまえばいつかその夢は覚めてしまうだろうな青い影が揺れる街角君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は充実するのもっと噂の Dreaming が忘れないでも気持ちは伝えてしまえばいつかその夢は覚めてしまうだろうな青い影が揺れる街角君の虜にな